Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about measuring things in order to get them done. Daryl, what do you think are some of the key barriers to getting things done?
Well, one of the big barriers is trying to do too many things. I read a great book earlier this year called The 4 Disciplines of Execution. And in this book, they describe how we try to do 5 things. We try to do 10 things instead of trying to do 1 or 2 things and actually getting them done.
So what kind of metrics would you use to measure things?
Well, in this book, they described lag metrics and lead metrics. And lag metrics are, was I successful yesterday? Lead metrics are, will I be successful tomorrow? So let me give you an example. A number of years ago, my dad wanted to lose 80 pounds.
Wow.
So he had his lag metric. He wanted to lose 80 pounds, and he could step on the scale each morning and know, was I successful yesterday? But to be able to act today and predict, will I be successful, he was able to watch 2 other things. He was able to see how much was I eating each day, and he kept track of the points that he ate, and how much did I exercise that day. And so by keeping track of those 2 lead metrics, he knew if he would be successful on the scales a week from now.
So once you've picked your metrics, how do you keep on track to make sure you get where you want to go?
Yeah, well, that was one of the great things about the program he was in. It was Weight Watchers. They met every week, and so they had a weekly accountability. Everyone was right there, and they got on the scale, so they knew if they were successful or not.
You know, it makes me think about the impact of creative diversity, because we're talking about structure here. We're really setting up a structure for measuring things.
Right.
And people, we know, respond to structure in different ways. So people that have a more structured view of the world, they may find these metrics natural, comfortable. They may even say, hey, I do this all the time. But people who have a less structured way of thinking, they may have to work harder at setting up metrics and sticking to them. They need to realize that sometimes it's absolutely necessary. It kind of makes me think, Jack, do you use metrics in your intelligent fast failure too?
I use measurements 2 ways. I tend to be a less structured person. And so one way is through idea generation. I measure daily how many ideas I generate, and I write them down in my idea journal. So I know from day to day whether I'm generating more ideas.
Right.
And that's so helpful because the more ideas I generate, the more good ideas I get.
Right.
Right.
The other way is through my experimentation. I measure the number of experiments I run because that's the application of those ideas. So it's very important for me to take note of those. And that imprints in my mind the importance of generating ideas and practicing.
Yeah, I remember we talked about this last year when you were going through an idea generation phase and you kept track of your ideas, and you noticed that as you focused your awareness on the number of ideas that you created each day, your volume expanded each day.
Yes, because I recognize those were the most important things for me, and that recognition, again, imprinted in my mind in terms of what's important for me to be creative.
Right. And this really gets back to what we were talking about at the beginning. By focusing on a few metrics, not everything, but a few metrics, 5, 6, 7 metrics, you can raise your awareness of those pieces so that you can reduce your focus and get things done.
So what do you want to get done? Pick a few things that are really important to you, and then find a few metrics that will help you track your progress. Thanks for being with us today, folks. We'll see you again next time.